Reverse does not work.
I told him your reverse gear is compromised.
It works, but it doesn't.
And the turn signals.
If you, the turn signals, you have to hold them. Reverse, you have to milk it a little bit, because reverse always goes out in these cars. I'm not too worried about that. That's just for your comfort. Just vinyl seats, they're like hospital grade disinfectant. But so reverse, you have to milk it. Going downhill, you should be fine. Under the gas pedal is a kickdown switch. That'll help you. That, like I said, when you're at a standstill and you hit that, it'll unlock.
Do we have enough power to close the moonroof, sunroof? Alrighty.
Green.
So now reverse is weird, right?
Yeah. If you just left the brake, it should coast it back. It works in idle. But if you give it any sort of throttle, it kind of does what it wants.
Okay.
Usually it works. If you turn the idle up with that little knob, it works really well for some reason. But the transmission fluid needs change. The diff fluid needs change. It's a project.
Now this has power steering, but it still is a very large wheel.
Yeah, it's a huge wheel.
In case your power steering goes.
Yeah. Or for Mercedes decoration, I don't know. But that whole thing is the horn. There's no airbag in there.
Of course. Yeah.
The horn's very loud. It's an aftermarket horn.
Is that red thing you put in there?
I didn't put that in. I was the guy that bought it.
Right.
He was, I'm telling you, he thought this thing was a Ram 3500.
It could do with, there's the dead pedal.
Yeah.
So with turn signals, I got to hold that bad boy.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. And the parking brake doesn't work right now because it actually uses the inside of the right rear rotor as the drum.
Okay.
So it needs new shoes and everything taken apart. So whenever we do that, we're going to adjust it. But, okay, that's just a pedal down there too. But other than that, and like I said, first gear takes a long time, and second gear almost seems non-existent. The third gear is the last gear. So it'll shift. It'll shift, and then there you go.
And now we're in second or third. Okay.
And then third will kind of happen occasionally. It was a lot more goofy with the exhaust on it.
Yeah.
Because it was just so obnoxious. Everywhere you went, everybody stared like the elephant. It was, oh, yeah, it's a nice Mercedes. I mean, get out of here. It's annoying. It's stinky. I mean, it doesn't smell any better now, but it's still an old diesel. But it runs good. I'll give it credit. I mean, it made it all the way out here. 250 miles. Yeah, the steering, there's also a little bit of play in the box.
Yeah.
That is a big project to do. That's another thing we're waiting for. But
your brakes are very good.
Yes.
Again, what's the curb weight of this thing?
3,600 pounds. So it doesn't look that big, but it's that solid German steel. And the wood inside and everything. It's not, they didn't skip. Obviously, if this car was as abused as it is, and it still made it 250 miles without any real problems. The only reason we were worried about the wheel bearings is because when we did them, we couldn't get the races out. So we were kind of like, it'll be all right. So they friction heated up, and they were getting real noisy. But it's something to do for the future.
I'm getting that school bus zone out. There is a very motherly rocking feeling to the school bus when you know you don't have any homework and it's just taking you home and you're at the light. That's that feeling right now. The diesel, lug, 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 lug,
Friday afternoon, and we are in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
But it used to be way worse. It used to be the point. Now I wear glasses, so I don't know if you were wearing.
Yeah, I'm wearing contacts right now, but I wear glasses.
So if you're running, the glasses go up and down, your vision kind of goes with it.
Yeah.
This thing shook so bad when I got it that I couldn't see.
Ooh.
Because it bop, 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 and it idled a lot lower because the fuel filters were so clogged. You couldn't even see because it has the little primary.
These, your late 70s, early 80s Mercedes, people want them.
Yes.
Because, and I need a better word to describe the feeling of I enjoy the weight of responsibility that this is an automobile. This is almost 2 tons of car.
green Jeeps. But it, I mean, I didn't really know much about these cars. I knew them, you know, from here and there on the internet, just seeing them. Oh, it's a nice car. It's a Mercedes. So I found it on Craigslist, and the guy wanted $1,000 for it. And I said, that's not too bad. I don't have $1,000. He lowered it to $7,000. I texted him and I said, hey, I have a motorcycle for sale. It's an '83 Suzuki. It has 9,000 miles. It's mint condition. Oh, do you want it? He said, no, I don't need a bike. I said, you know, anybody that wants a bike that'll buy it off of you. You could probably make a profit. It only has 9,000 miles on it. No, I don't feel like doing it. I said, okay. So then he lowered it to $700. I said, hey man, I still have the bike. I'll still trade it to you. Yeah, it's still worth what it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, I'm good. I'll ask around though. It's tempting. It's okay. So then he texted me 3 weeks later, or 3 days later, and he goes, I'll give it to you for $500. So that's when I texted Ed, and I said, hey, do you want to buy this bike? And I said, I really need the money for this car. I have to get it, because I've been looking for a diesel car. I wanted something better on fuel.
Speaking of eating fuel, okay, this is where we go for acceleration. My foot is almost on the floor. You said there's a switch?
Yeah, there's a switch under it. It'll kick it down.
Okay, we'll find that out when we get on the turn. I think we're getting up. Is the speedometer accurate?
Yeah. So.
Oh, it does get kind of warm in here. I don't know if that's the engine or if that's all this glass around me.
It's probably, that's another thing. This car is very good visibility.
Yeah,
that's really good through the mirror. It's real wide. That's the mirror.
Yeah.
But you know, wheel bearings $3. The tie rod end $19. The whole front suspension kit is like $120. Anything mechanically goes wrong with this car is super cheap to fix, because this is the first generation of the modern Mercedes. So you have the non-hand built, you know, it's an exclusive factor to it, but also it's old enough that the parts are cheap. So while 78 is old, it's still the modern, it's first generation modern Mercedes. So parts are still dirt cheap. Brake pads were like $9 for the front.
Wow, that's great.
Rotors, I think the backs are 12 and the fronts are $28.
Okay, now we're going to find out how your suspension is holding up.
Perfect.
So here we go.
It's a boat.
Where are my lights? Pull them out?
No, that's the e-brake. Twist it to the right. 2 clicks. There you go. And then pull that out and the fog lights come on.
Cool. All right, kick down.
Yep, there you go.
Foot's on the floor.
Yes.
This is a bumpy road, so those large tires are doing their job.
And you could hear the something in the front's rattling, but there is no rear sway, anti-sway, anything. It does. If you're idling at about 15 miles an hour, just like out, you can feel the motor actually taking the car left and right.
Yeah, since the steering rack is a little bit worn, there's a lot of steering and guesswork to work through the dead spot at the middle of the wheel to keep her tracking straight.
That's when Ed was driving. Yeah, he has trouble with it at first, but then you get used to it. To the point where I've been driving this almost every day, because I have an 07 Xterra. I don't know if you've seen my posts on Reddit or anything. I post a good bit, because everybody loves this car. Every time I post, everybody's like, oh, diesel coupe, yeah, everybody loves it. It's the big circle jerk. But I post my Xterra occasionally, but it gets 13 miles to the gallon. And it's driving it carefully. Yeah. But I don't drive it carefully because it also does 60 miles an hour under 7 seconds, which is the fastest thing.
Did you calculate any mileage on this trip? Because this is going to be just cruising the whole time. It should be pretty good.
I filled it up when we left. Yeah. I don't have an odometer. Oh. So it's kind of.
So you went almost all the way across Pennsylvania, and you used just a little over half a tank.
Yeah. Plus we've been driving it around too. Yeah. So at idle, we did the fuel purge stuff. It comes in a 500 milliliter can. You take the fuel line, the feed line, and the return line. You stick it in. Yeah. And you let it idle. When you give it some throttle, let it off, throttle off, throttle. You know, just vary the engine speed, just so it's fucking. Yeah. We sat for 40 minutes and didn't use a freaking drop of it. So we tucked it in against the strut tower, and we went for a drive. Well, it used it because obviously it's not going to run efficiently on that. Yeah. But at idle, the diesel doesn't use hardly any fuel. And if we were cruising at 45 all the way out, it would obviously take it longer, but that fuel gauge would still be over half tank. Sweet. Because it has that sweet spot. Yeah. But we were bringing it out just to get out here in time. And we left at 6:30. Just to give you an idea of how interesting that drive was.
Are we okay with the dirt
Yeah,
right there?
Yeah, it'll
All
spin.
right.
It'll spin tire in the dirt. It does brake stands in the rain, but it won't do anything in the dry.
Is there a hazard I can just?
And
Nice.
it actually brakes too.
That's cool. Alrighty, so just foot down.
Yep. So you can feel now we're in second gear.
Ah,
So you heard it shift, but it's not like
does it normally lock up the torque converter all the time?
it'll only do it. It'll only do it if you hit that kickdown switch at the stop.
Oh.
But if you hit the kickdown switch while you're moving, it'll knock you to lower.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it's doing
have,
it.
Yeah, BMWs have those. They're fancy. I always forget that this is like nicer than BMW. Everybody, I always compare it to BMW. And everything's like, that's nice.
Oh yeah, an E30. Were E30s going back to the 70s?
I think they were mid 80s. I think these coincided at like the end and the beginning of each one. I guess this ended and the E30 began. I think they began like 84, 85. I'm not